single day. I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hi guys, welcome back to Shipped Finance. Today we're going to be talking about another 5 jobs that you can do that, doesn't really involve any large amount of investment in it. So first things first, we're going to do professional finder. Now I know it sounds a little ridiculous, but there are people who pay good money for you to find stuff. And people lose stuff all the time. You wouldn't believe the number of times I lose my keys every day. And then I have to spend 10 minutes trying to find them. I even got a tracker thingy for my keys because I lost them. And I couldn't find them in Charlotte. And it took me an hour. But hey, the tracker worked. So if you're like me and you lose your keys all the time, key tracker. It's literally like this little fob thing that you connect to your keys. And whenever you lose it, you just look up the app on your phone. It works really good. But no, so basically all you'd have to do doesn't even involve like an office space or anything like that. All you have to do is you can post on Facebook, you can post on Instagram, you can post on Twitter, basically any social media. You can put yourself out there as someone who can find stuff. Next would have to be event planning. If you're like me and you're a little OCD, a lot of people do really well with event planning because typically if someone's having an event, they want it to be perfect. Especially if it's like a wedding or a funeral or anything like that. So all you have to do is put together samples, right? A resume would probably be another good idea. And if you go back to a previous video, there's something about, resume planners. But really all you have to do is just show that you have experience. It doesn't even have to be good experience, okay? 9 times out of 10, money is tight. People will take a good bargain over the expensive person who thinks they're worth a lot more than they are. Sometimes they are worth it, sometimes they're not. You never really know. Next we're going to do sewing and alterations. Now I'm probably going to take a minute here because I like to ramble. But anyways, sewing and alterations, it is what it sounds like. If you're capable of sewing, because I know some of you who are, then all you have to do is just set up a small shop. It could even be out of your garage, out of your house. People don't really care. But all it is you take people's clothes. Say this lady lost a whole bunch of weight and now her pants are a little too loose. You take her clothes, you put a stitch in it or 2. Make sure that's good quality though. But no, you tighten up her pants, you give it back to her, you charge her for materials and your time, right? Now there is an alteration shop that I go to all the time for regular clothes after I got my titties done, and I take all my show costumes there because they're really good quality and I don't have to worry about them messing up a $1,000 costume, because some of my costumes do cost that much. There are some that are like $3,000–$4,000, and I really don't trust pretty much anyone not to ruin it. It took a long time for these ladies to earn my trust, but now that they have it, I don't go anywhere else. They're actually making this really, really nice burlesque costume for me, and it just screams, I have too much money. Not that I do, mind you, because, I spend my money on bills and things. But still, it's what the costume says. So no, if you can sew really well, open up your own little shop. Do sewing and alterations. And costume design. Believe me, if you can do good quality costumes that look great, and I'm not talking like Halloween costumes, okay? I'm talking like professional dance competition. Have you seen Dance Moms? Those kind of costumes, okay? The amount of frill and tulle and sparkles and rhinestones is ridiculous. But that's what we have to wear. Okay, moving on. So next we have gardening and landscaping. I really like gardening because it just gives me something to do. believe it or not, a long time ago, I had a black thumb, right? I could not grow anything to save my life. And I got very irritated with the fact that I couldn't grow anything. I killed a cactus, okay? And I didn't forget to water it. It just committed suicide. It just killed itself. It was done with me and my bullshit. I'm sorry. But anyways, so I practiced really, really hard, and I finally was able to grow something. So I had a full garden last year, and I actually ended up selling off the extra produce at a farmer's market. I made a decent amount because my jalokia pepper, or the ghost pepper as most of y'all know it, decided to overproduce. So I had a 5-gallon bucket of spicy peppers, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't eat spicy things. I mostly just grew these for my dad. What am I going to do with all this? But no, if you have a garden and you can grow produce, especially now that food is so expensive, grow it, keep what you need, and then sell the rest at a farmer's market. It's a good way to make some extra money on the side. Next is landscaping, right? There's a lot of people who want their yards to look pretty because it increases their property value and it makes them happy. It's aesthetically pleasing, it's pleasing to the eyeball, it makes them happy. There's a lot of people who make good money, right? And they don't really need to have any tools or anything like that. All they need is the basics. But you could also do masonry as well. Masonry works really well, especially with landscaping. And basically, you get an idea of what the lady wants, or the man. Most of the time, it's going to be a lady, though, because we're aesthetic creatures, okay? We want things to look pretty. 9 times out of 10, men don't care. But no, you get an idea of what she wants, you put it together, you go to like Home Depot or Lowe's, and you find out how much it's going to cost for everything, right? And you bring it back and you tell her this is how much it's going to be, and you factor in your own pay as well. And then you go from there. If she agrees, you go get the stuff, you do her yard, it makes it look pretty, and you're like, oh yay, money. If not, you renegotiate, and you figure out what you can do. And last but not least, we're going to do drop shipping. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of drop shipping before. Some people have, but most people haven't. And basically what it is it's a way of setting up an online shop that costs you no money, really. Now, all it is you get products from a quality wholesaler, right? But you don't buy them. You just find products that you like and you put it on a website. You open this website to the people. Then say you have this watch that a man likes. It's $30. He puts in the order, gives you the $30. You keep 20 of those dollars, and then you pay 10 to your wholesale supplier, who ships it directly to the person. Basically, all you are it's just the middleman. You don't ever touch the inventory. You don't have to keep it at your house. And a lot of people do this because it's easier. Now, I know you're asking, why would they spend $30 on my shop when they can just go to the place and get it for 10? And honey, you gotta remember is that the internet's a really big place, okay? Just because you found it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna find it. So you may be the only way that they could get that particular watch. And for this, for wholesale, for some of y'all who are possibly going to try this, Oberlo is really good, and it's Oberlo. It's a very good site to start with for wholesale stuff. But that's it for today. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!